Well, thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you to my friends at Kilpatrick who have supported the Southern Center so much over the years. Thank you for those of us who are here tonight. But mostly, thank you to the Southern Center, the staff and attorneys who really do the work that all of us, I think, who are members of the legal profession or who are spouses or support for members of the legal profession can truly view as an extraordinary tribute to the power of the law to achieve equality and justice and dignity. And those really epitomize what I think Sarah brought to her leadership of the center, brought to her treatment not only of the clients of the Southern Center, but also the staff. When I look back on my time, I've been affiliated with the Southern Center in one way or another for about 20 years. Steve Bright kind of picked me out of the blue, mentioned me to our former pro bono partner, and I've been working with the Southern Center for a very long time. It's really amazing, what Sarah added to his legacy. Steve and the founders had a beautiful idea. When Gregg versus Georgia came down and the death penalty was reinstated, there needed to be people to fight it. And so, there was no one to do it. And so Steve formed a group to do it. And, he talked about the kind of ragtag, sleeping on sofas and so forth. That was the beginning of the Southern Center. And here, I have to tell the story since now I'm up here. I once looked through a lot of pictures. There were all these pictures over the years of Steve, and he was always wearing the same tie because Steve probably had a tie that he pulled off to put on. And today I got a Southern Center tie. They just handed it to me. So, in my view, that's sort of the epitome of what Sarah represents. She took this vision and then she transformed the Southern Center into this transformative organization where it became a place where people didn't do a few years and then become alums that loved their time, but became a place where people stayed for their careers. And that institutional longevity and the people that just year after year do this incredible work, I see that as a reflection, obviously, of Steve's dream brought into reality to an extent to which Steve probably likely never envisioned, of longevity, of service, of members of the Southern Center community. The building, it's such a tangible manifestation of her extraordinary management skills and how she brought together these disparate elements to elevate the Southern Center to something different. We were all in the building today for the first time in years. I guess I've been in there a few times, but for many of the members of the board, it was the first time that they've been there in years. And it's a beautiful building, and I loved 83 Poplar as much as anyone. It had so much character, including Palmer's pipe smoke smell. But the new space, it's so warm and welcoming and reflective of the current inclusiveness of the Southern Center that, that's like a three-story manifestation of Sarah Tatanchi's legacy. And so all of this to say that, here we are, of course, Terica, Sarah, of course, looked to succession, looked to who will be next in command, and here we have Terica, who could not be more perfect for the job. I was so delighted when Terica came back to the center as development director, and we've all, including each and every one of Southern Center's clients, have benefited from Tara's extraordinary leadership on the development front, and now she's leading the entire center. And today we had a board meeting, and Terica, of course, it's a scary proposition to launch into such a daunting position, and she reeled off all these hires, and I'm like, if you had one of those hires over the first few months of your time here, that would be an extraordinary achievement. And she's had multiple incredible hires. And again, the future of the Southern Center is strong, but of course, since I'm from the board of directors, I will talk about what that requires of everyone here. And the stock market sucks. Russia sucks for having invaded Ukraine. So, we all have to be mindful of the impact of that on individual donor giving, and everybody's going to be worried about their portfolio and so forth. But those of you who are from big law, talking to my friends here from Kilpatrick among others, you're uniquely well positioned to offer two things. At church they say time, talent, and treasure. And so lawyers, maybe it's just, maybe time and talent are bound up, because contributing as a partner in pro bono litigation, contributing financially, I say do both, but you choose one or the other. But the powerhouse that is the Southern Center, created by Steve and multiplied by Sarah, and now under Terica's steady hand, they can do so much more with your contributions and with the contributions of your time. There's not a better way to spend your money, and there's not a better thing to do with your time. We all love the billable hour, but the work is just deeply rewarding. You can't express in words the feeling of achieving meaningful prison condition reform. These are people who are just disregarded by all of society, and the possibility of materially impacting the daily life of the members of society who are really, the most disregarded by society as a whole. It's deeply rewarding work. And so I will just close in honor of Sarah and in honor of everyone who gives the totality of their life to the Southern Center every day. I just urge each of you to give as much of your time and treasure as you can. Thank you.